You got hair.
Where'd I borrow it?
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us this week. We recently had the opportunity to travel to South Carolina, where Michael's grandparents live, Papa Bill and Mama Jane. And it was a good time. Times are definitely changing. It's not like it was 5 or 8 years ago for me. My history doesn't go much further back than that. But anyway, it was really fun just to go and reminisce a little bit. Mm-hmm. We actually, this particular visit, we took some old home videos with us as I was going through those. Saw Michael as a little girl. There were several of them with her Mama Jane combing her hair or, just different things. Papa Bill in there too. And it was fun to see those. So we thought, hey, let's take these to the farm and let Mama Jane and Papa Bill see these. And then while we were there, Mama Jane pulled out an old video that I had no idea
Me neither.
she had.
I was shocked.
They actually filmed their wedding. And they had it digitized, and she's like, hey, do you want to watch that? And it's like, you have that on video? So we got to sit down and watch that. We'll actually show you clips here in a little bit. But first, we just want to talk about some fun memories with them.
Going to the farm has always been one of our highlights, but then as Papa Bill's health has begun to decline and dementia has set in, there's some of those things that he just can't remember, and it's a new normal, and we're navigating. It's a very hard disease to watch the people who you love so dearly slip away, but then taking back some of the memories and seeing some of that long term come back, and Papa getting excited to see his store that he worked for so many years, and me as a little bitty girl, and Dad and Mom only married 4 or 5 years, and seeing that trigger memories. It just brought so much joy watching him enjoy things, watching Mama Jane enjoy those memories come back for him, and just to reminisce and thank the Lord for the years that we've had and for the time that we've had. It was a really special thing.
Here we go. I think this is going to be fun.
So we're watching that TV there.
Yeah.
Turkey babies. Stand up there.
That's me.
That's you.
I know that's Michael. I wash their hair every time they come.
You gonna come stay with Jane? When you? When can you come stay with me? 68. Oh, right! It's 68! You gonna stay with me?
I want to keep you.
There's Daddy. And the old green stove.
And the yellow
refrigerator.
It was fun for me, particularly in that I felt like I was getting some of Michael's history with them, obviously, just going through these videos. Mama Jane, was Michael sassy when she was little?
Oh. Known as JJ.
You were rotten. And you talking about the store.
I hope I've outgrown some of it.
The store had an old rug that, they walk in on, and it's filthy. I said, now, Michael, don't you get on this dirty rug today. I came home that night. She was standing at the door with her hands on her hips.
This is so embarrassing.
Mama Jane, I sat on that dirty rug today. Yes, I did. You did.
I know.
Never
Right.
off your hands on
That
your
was
hips.
my pose, hands on my hips.
Oh, yeah, telling us all what to do. Weren't you something?
I was a mess.
You are mess, but you are precious.
It was fun to see different pockets of memories that I've heard your siblings talk about. Mm-hmm. I've heard you talk about, and but just like being able to visualize it, like one of those things. I remember your siblings say they love to play baseball.
Yes, Mama Jane taught us baseball.
and see, I don't remember that at all. It was always football whenever I went to the farm, once I came along. But do you want to share some of the baseball memories? Baseball
was our family game when we went to the farm, or when Papa and Janie came to visit us, until when Papa was 71, he was in a car wreck and his neck was broken. But before that, we played ball every single time. Oh, here you are at the house in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That was our game. Mama Jane taught us, and there we are learning.
Run, there you go.
From that day on, we
Yes,
played
and
ball
Papa
every
Bill.
time we came to the farm and every time they came to Tennessee.
They didn't have first base, second, third base. They ran, hit the ball, and run to third base. That's it. Running to the base.
Jane Jane says, safe, safe.
Now there's a tennis racket.
Just so much fun. Mama Jane would set out rugs for first, second, and third base, and we'd all play together with the cousins and aunts and uncles, and that was our holiday game.
You were the oldest granddaughter, right?
I was.
Okay, because I saw several clips of like Mama Jane like combing your hair and stuff and getting you ready, and it seemed like she kind of took some pride in helping do that.
You curling my hair. We're matching. We're both in yellow.
Your hair's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna have to get mine curled so it'll be pretty like yours. Oh, handsome? Okay, I'll be handsome.
I was correct. You can't call a boy pretty. They're handsome.
Yes, he's smart. I still got that sweater, I think.
I remember Mama Jane giving us baths in the wash tub basins on the back porch.
Oh,
So we probably don't have any of those captured on video.
I don't think so.
But she had deep white old-timey wash bins, and she'd bathe us, I remember, 2 or 3 weeks in on the back porch. It was hot summer, and so she'd scrub us down, but then she'd take us inside and blow dry our hair and comb it, and almost every Christmas we got new pajama gowns. So that was a super fun thing. Mama Jane always fixed her hair and dried it for bed.
Aw. Also, as far as Papa Bill goes, I've heard different ones tell stories about, well, Papa Bill, primarily, I guess, would talk about the store he had
He loved the store.
years ago and all that he would do there. And somebody actually recorded footage inside the store. That was my first time actually getting to see it. Do you want to talk about?
Oh, the store has so many memories, and it goes way back. I think Papa had the store when Dad was in middle school, high school, so it was his first job working in the store, and then Mom and Dad had their rehearsal dinner for their wedding. We're at the store, Papa. You remember the store?
Is this your store, Papa Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You're about to cook me some eggs in there. Papa, you're going to cook for us at the store.
Were you a cook, Papa Bill?
Yeah.
I was then when I owned a store car. Just
Sure
3
did.
meals a day.
Here you got hair.
Look at all your hair, Papa.
Where'd I borrow it?
I don't know. It was just a gas station, but in the back they had a little kitchen and they just had 2 or 3 tables. So I guess if you can just imagine a really old country store, I think there were 2 booths and a table.
Ooh,
Oh, they had such good food. They had hot dogs and fried chicken and burgers.
did all kinds of stuff. It was up early in the morning and
You look
12 o'clock at night.
Over
look
there.
at that little bitty fork he's using. Holy mackerel.
Well, it tasted good.
Got a plastic
Jane,
fork.
that was 31 years ago.
Good golly.
I know, Papa, 31 years. All of Papa's friends would come in while we were there, and we'd eat grits for breakfast. And we didn't go in the kitchen, but Papa would bring it out and serve us. Mama
Okay.
Jane said, don't go in the kitchen and get burned, and don't sit on the dirty rug. That was the 2 things.
Oh, she was a doll, baby. And those eyes were moving. Oh, Michael, I could have eat you up.
There you got your spatula, Papa.
Yeah, fine.
Ooh.
I want something to go up. No hair. Let me get something.
All the Bill Bates signs hanging up everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Vote Bill Bates.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. I was running for office.
I wasn't old enough, but I would have voted.
Oh, it was hard.
It's hard to get elected.
It was fun for me personally getting to have a little history lesson of the farm, if you will, just seeing all the home videos. But there's been a lot going on here lately. I feel like we've been taking more trips to the farm than ever before, in our married life at least, just with Papa Bill's health declining and so forth.
I think in early years, grandparents are always there. They're healthy. They play with you. They run with you. And you just have fun. But then as we get older and as they get older, I think we both start to treasure the memories we make. We want to take time to sit down and ask the stories that we've never heard. And I appreciate and value the history and the heritage that comes with it.
There's just something special about, and everybody has that sense of something special at the farm.
At the farm.
And to have that multi-generational, I don't know, there's just something cool about being at the grandparents' house, and everybody has a special memory of it.
Yep. Enjoy time together, and time kind of stands still a little. There's not much traffic, and there's no city lights, so you can see all the stars at night, and it's almost like a reset.
Yeah. And on that, I know this is random, but I'll throw this in. Your last visit was when the Northern Lights were actually showing down south.
I was blown away.
You were running all over fields and everything.
So a massive storm came. I got to my grandparents in the evening, and just a few hours later, we had tremendous storms. Tornado touchdown just a few miles away. We lost power for more than 24 hours. It was just really big storm. And then the very next night, I don't know how I saw it, something on the news, and it said the Northern Lights are coming south. So I started researching and texting Brandon.
I wasn't able to be with her for this particular visit. But.
So just me and Addie were at the farm, but we were just so excited, like there's this chance of possibility. So we had set our clocks to run out and look, and it was still pretty dark. Not all of the neighboring places even had power yet. And through the window, I could see the sky starting to light up, and it looked like these just flashes were dancing. So I ran outside with my phone and just started taking pictures and FaceTiming Brandon, and he could see here in Tennessee too.
Yeah, she told me, so I ran to the highest point I could and got my camera.
Me and Addie were running down the street, and it's, pitch black, and we're just taking pictures in this cotton field and this hay field, and we're just running back and forth to get all the different colors, and it was just stunning. Mama Jane sat out on the porch for a minute and looked at it, but then she retired, and we stayed up till about 2 in the morning taking pictures, and it was just I've dreamed of seeing the Northern Lights all my life. I wanted to go to Alaska, and then getting to see them in South Carolina it was amazing. And then the next day, getting to sit with Papa and Janie at breakfast and show them all the pictures, and Papa was like, "This was on my farm?" I'm like, "Yep, this was on your farm while you slept." He was pretty excited.
So in one of our more recent trips, we took the boys with us, Judson and Jeb, which always add an exciting element to anything.
I love when they travel with us. They keep you laughing, and you never know what they're going to get into. And
yes, but they need something to do while we're there. They can't just sit around and talk all the time. So we find adventures in the backyard, exploring the cow pasture. This visit was kind of neat because they had just had 5 new calves or something.
Brand new little calves.
And so you want to go out and see these cute little calves. But their mothers are rather protective, so you got to be careful how close you're getting. Watching Judson and Jeb in their precautionary, trying to get as close as they can to that line before it's too dangerous. Anyway, it's always a fun time with them. A lot of you have graciously reached out in relation to Michael's grandparents, just with a kind word or saying you're praying for them, and we really, really appreciate that.
It does mean the world. I know a lot of you fell in love with my grandparents back when they were on the show, and they mean so much to us. But then your comments of understanding and prayer. Dementia's hard. There's visits when we go and Papa doesn't remember us, and this is the hardest part. You go and he asks who you are, and you want to just say it's me. And then there's visits like last week when he knew who I was and he asked where Brandon was. And then the day after I got home, Mama Jane called and she said, "Papa was asking for you this morning," and it makes you so happy. It's a hard time, and so there's some things that we've shared publicly, and there's other things that to respect Papa and Janie's privacy, and just to keep honor and dignity that we don't share, that we just, deal with as a family. And I just want to say thank you so much for caring. Those of you who have been through it, who understand, the encouragement really does mean so much, because it's a new normal for us, and it's a little hard to navigate, but the kindness really, really means a lot. And especially thank you for praying for Mama Jane and just for loving our grandparents.
There's definitely a challenge watching someone you love go through dementia, and it changes things. There's a bright side too. It's not all bad. It's more in spite of the situation, I guess, not because of. But I remember when my grandmother started going through this, and my parents actually took her into their home and took care of her for the last almost 10 years, I think.
10 years.
It was 10 years. Toward the end there, it had progressed, and so life was different. Grandma wasn't the same, but she still responded to love. She could still enjoy our company, watching my parents be there for her and love her and give her, everything they possibly could. I mean, she
was so happy. When I came into Brandon's life, his grandmother already had dementia, and she was living with his parents. And so every visit I got to interact with her, and I learned so much from his mom and sisters just about dealing with dementia, because it was a hard thing, but at the same time it was a beautiful thing, because she was just so happy and wanting to give Papa Bill that same experience. He gets so excited when people come. He's a people person.
Yes, he is.
And he lights up, and knowing that even though he doesn't always remember who we are, I think he still enjoys the company.
He doesn't always remember who I am, but there's something where you can make a funny comment about something that happened, and he hears that and he just chuckles, or he laughs out loud. It's just like, oh, that was great. We can enjoy each other's company.
You're looking handsome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There is beauty even in the midst of the hardship when you take time to see the glimpses. So it's something that we've both walked through with our grandparents, and we just thank God for every day that you have with them.
And one thing I feel like is really important for us, people in our age bracket, to learn at this phase is, when you're younger, you want to do something. You're always, the activities is the main thing. But, there comes a point in time where it's really important just to listen. And I feel like there's been some opportunities, when Papa Bill wants to share, both Papa Bill and Mama Jane, they have a wealth of experiences. And it's just like, it's important to take time to listen to somebody else, and you never know what they're going to pull out of the past. That is going to be a blessing to you. I mean,
so much wisdom.
Yeah, when you take time to hear what someone else has to share, it's opportunity to be blessed. And it's okay to slow down and stop the activity for a little bit.
It's good to slow down.
Yeah, it is. And just take time to listen and to learn and to grow.